There are worlds to conquer.
Well, not in a long time.
Your investigation with the Freestar Rangers has come to an end. Are you satisfied with the results?
Terrible, terrible. It was terrible. You stay away from that stuff, Cora. Trust me. It's the
I suppose not. This Ron Hope, supposedly a man of the people, was more concerned with profit than lives. He was not the first, and certainly will not be the last. At least he will no longer be able to prey on others. I am unsure that death was preferable to justice. But at least the situation is over. And there is no question who was to blame. No, he did not. A very poor decision on his part. Perhaps a lesson to be learned by others who would break the law. At least while you serve as Ranger. I think less of the badge and more of the person. Shall we find some other adventure?
Yeah, like the one we're currently doing.
Ship is now docked. Perfect.
We can also sell that contraband I have.
This station is but a shadow of its former purpose. Either she is here, or someone.
May I be of service? By all means.
Let's see, what does he have? What is the one I had? Don't I have one? Damn. That one's not even edited on. Let's just sell my other one. You know, I wonder is it because it's a single shot? Doesn't say.
I am, hands down, the best pilot in...
Haven't seen you around here before. Welcome to the den. Reina Marquez. I head up the Vanguard station here. If you've got business with the Vanguard, I hope you ran it through Mast first. If not, you probably made a long jump for nothing. Huang? Really? There are at least 3 other pilots based out of here I'd expect to receive complaints about first. Before we get started, I have to inform you there's a formal review process for the Vanguard, so don't expect any action for a while. Okay? Now, what is the nature of your complaint?
Not a complaint, I'm trying to find him.
Okay. As long as there's no problem. Jada isn't here. Hasn't been here in a while. In fact, she's... well, she's following up on some sensitive information. It's not something I can just blurt out. Yeah, sure they do.
Son of a bitch.
I hear you. Not my problem.
Fucking
The safety
fuck.
of my pilots has to... Take care.
And then do me any fucking good. Where's that fucking persuasion skill?
I try not to trade in gossip, but if you have any verifiable information,
We should be grateful for the sacrifices made by our mil. Hey there. Ain't seen you before. Ah, man with a... Don't worry, I won't ask questions. I know well as anyone that secrets ought to stay secret. Well, you're welcome here, so long as You got a problem with our history or our heroes? You could... That's all. Vanguard pilot. A pretty good one from what I hear. Got a real attitude. You could always ask the other Vanguard pilot. I do happen to offer services in exchange for payment. Then I will tell you that I happen to overhear she's out in the Groombridge system, and our little transaction here is concluded. Long live the UC.
Best 1,000 credits ever. What the fuck? Oh, I thought it was like throw up or something.
Having a good one?
Grav jump spinning down. Just look at those skies.
Unidentified ship. You are not authorized to be here. State your business. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here? I don't know you, and we don't have anything to talk about.
It's
You are
important.
interfering with an official Vanguard operation, so I'm going to need you to vacate this orbit immediately. Shit! I've got multiple ships in... I'm sure not going anywhere for a while. So why don't you tell me what the hell you think you're doing, showing up here now?
Well, I'm trying to warn you.
10 years after the fact? With nothing in between? You'll have to forgive me if I find that hard to believe. Suspicious, even. Look, my grav drive is fried. I need time to repair, if I can even manage it. You didn't take the opportunity to blow me up. So either that's not your goal, or you're playing some long game. You want to explain yourself? I can't stop you from coming over here. But I'm gonna be armed, and it's gonna be aimed at her head. Just so we're all clear.
Sounds fair.
Pressure normalized, and we're docked.
How? How can you possibly show your face?
I am glad to see that you are safe, Jada. I am sorry if this is difficult for you.
difficult. Are you serious right now? You set us up, killed my friends, and then a decade later you show up like nothing happened? Have you lost your mind?
Set you up? I was not behind that. It was zealots, you know that. We were all attacked.
Don't bullshit me. Not now. And who the hell are you? Her backup dancer?
I don't dance.
Yeah? Well, we're talking. How do you think that's going so far?
I don't
What
know.
are you doing here with her? You don't look like Varun to me. Worried? Worried she hadn't finished me off, maybe. I knew it was only a matter of time.
What are you talking about? I have never acted against you.
You know, for a while I told myself it was a coincidence that you disappeared once the shooting started. That you were long gone when the dust settled. Told myself, no, it couldn't possibly be. And then I found out the truth. Your damned hike.
That's not true. That cannot be true.
Oh, it is.
How? How do you know this? If you have proof, I need to see it right now.
Oh, shit.
You don't get to demand anything of me, Andreja. I know what I've seen. I don't have... It doesn't work like that. I've put things together over the years.
A name, Jada. Give me a name.
Tomasar. Tomasar Kadik. That's the bastard from the High Council who's been helping the Zealots.
Did you hear this from Aaron?
Aaron? What? No. I haven't talked to him in a year. What do you know about it?
Jada, I swear on the Serpent himself, I would never betray you.
I am not giving up on this. I've tracked them this far, and I'm going to see this through. You want your proof? Well, they have it.
Something on your mind?
You think you've won, do you?
That's him! That's the bastard responsible for the ambush! If you're not lying to me, then you better help me take him down. Otherwise, I'll just have to destroy you both! Get back to your ship!
Quick, undock, undock.
Hey, you might
The knowledge that the Great Serpent has truly blessed my ship and my crew. Why else
Ship
would he have
separated.
delivered unto me
Engaging drive.
trace of our purge years ago? The all
Pathetic crime cults who betrayed their charge. Led and wanted by the Great Serpent. Gave you over to us to atone for their sins.
It always irks me that you escaped the fate you deserved. But now, the Serpent sets my mind at ease, and in his name,
Hey, I need
I
that.
will cleanse your filth from this universe.
Hey, I needed that. Nice. I probably need to stop and like go see what active things I have on the research and then
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
Well, if it isn't our own... A badge is just... You don't have to wear the object to be... Anyway. Maybe it will. It was a hard choice that you made.
I do not understand. It
Little bit
cannot
of-
be possible that the High Council would betray us like that. He must have been lying. Zealots have interpreted the teachings of Jinan Barun in the most hostile way possible, and are convinced they are the only true followers of the Great Serpent. They have always been certain in their beliefs and actions. Does not make them correct. Something about this does not feel right. This message. The code at the bottom. I have seen this before. I know where we need to go. I must explain. House Barun values secrecy above nearly all else. Those of us sent out into the settled systems, we cannot return. Maybe not forever, but certainly until our mission has been accomplished. When we are assigned a mission, we are taken to a point outside of House Barun's domain. We do not jump ourselves.
Okay.
We are never given the coordinates for Varun Kai, our homeworld. We literally cannot return. Only a select few are ever trusted with that knowledge. I can never go home. Unless I am permitted. It has been deemed necessary for the protection of House Barun. And for generations, it has worked. Who am I to question it? But there is something I can do. I cannot travel to my home, but I can reach out. But it means put...
Oh, yeah?
Thank you. That... There is an old derelict star station where... I know that seems...
To the star station. Yeah, it's derelict, all right.
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
Follow me. I will say again, there is danger for you here, likely for us both. I need you to trust me. These stations were built by the United Colonies during the Serpent's Crusade. They were abandoned when peace was brokered.
Place looks like shit.
They are an excellent place to hide in plain sight. If there is something I can do, please, say so. Before we go any further, I cannot stress this enough. Keep your weapons at your side. Do not make any sudden moves.
Aye, aye.
Do nothing to appear hostile. Thank you. Please give me a moment.
I knew that was a door. And the plot thickens.
I am not the one who needs to explain himself, Tomisar.
I am surprised by your tone. What has gotten into you? This is very unlike you. Almost insubordinate.
I know what you have done. The messages you sent.
You are not making any sense. Of course I send you messages. That is how this works. That is how it has always worked.
Not to me. To the zealots. To the fanatics who murdered my friends, who tried to murder me.
You must be mistaken, or perhaps confused. Nothing like that has ever happened.
Enough! I have the transcripts, Tomisar. You did this. You told them where to find us.
Now, let's just take a moment. No one wants to make accusations they might regret. You are from that Constellation group. I've heard all about you. You have turned her against me, filled her head with lies. This will not be allowed to stand.
I haven't done shit.
Insolence! You have corrupted her!
I said enough! This is between you and me.
This has gone far enough. Talk some sense into her at once. Neither of you would dare lift a finger against me. Against House Varun. But I am. If you let Andreja hurt me, I am her only link to the High Council. To House Varun. Without me, she can never return home. You must make her listen to reason.
He is responsible. He deserves to die.
He's your only link.
Did you not hear me? You do this, you lose everything.
I heard you. I know what it costs me. But he deserves it. Does he not? He gave my friends to the zealots. Might as well have killed them himself. How does that not warrant justice? The only thing keeping him alive right now is... I know that if I do this, I lose my home. Probably forever. I do not know what to do.
He's an asshole.
I want to so badly. I do not know how to live with this. Consider yourself fortunate. You get to live.
This is not over. The High Council will hear of your treason.
Perhaps they will hear of your actions as well, Tomisar. Think on that. Come. Let us leave this place. I wish to return to the lodge.
You will regret this!
Shut the hell.
You're unharmed.
Milk. As much as like should have blown his brains out, he is the only link to her home. And it would be bad for her to, I mean, she wants to go home. She's doing everything for her home. That being said, I probably would have blown his brains out.
Last release, we're free.
And to the lodge.
If nothing else, Constellation does have excellent lodging.
Yeah, it did before everything got fucking wrecked.
Constellation has suffered losses before, although
Hey,
none.
I've been talking with the others, and I'd like to get everyone together to say goodbye. You
Whoa,
know,
what do
to Sarah.
Oh.
Thank you. It wouldn't be the same without you there. I'll have everything set up in a few days.
5 days. Has this always been there? Huh.
Everyone seems more distant in the lab. I'm not sure when things will feel safer.
Just got a nice little, like, minimalistic deal.
Thank you for coming back here with me. I fear that after all that has happened, I am unsure of my place in House Varun. This room may now be the only place I have left to call home. It is reassuring to hear you say that, but still, I worry that I have made a mistake. What if Tomisar betrays me to the High Council? What if he turns House Varun against me, and I am cut off from them forever?
I think he has too much to lose.
It might not be enough. I may have miscalculated. I do not know how to live without some connection to House Varun. The Great Serpent has always been a guiding force in my life. The force that drives all that I do. What if I have lost that? Yes, that is true. Whatever else has happened or will happen, the Great Serpent still holds a purpose for me. You have been by my side through all of this, the most turbulent time in my life. And you have supported me, faithfully. I have never been able to count on any single person the way I have with you. If I am repeating myself, you will have to forgive me. I cannot overstate what it means to me.
Damn, I say I love you? Holy, that's a lot. We haven't even kissed.
Well, that is... I'm sorry. I need a moment. I admit this is a surprise. I did not quite realize you felt this way about
That is a justifiable reaction for...
If you mean it, my feelings are not so different from yours.
That's
We must be clear on one thing from the very beginning. I do not share. If you are mine, then you are mine alone. No one else will come between us. If that is not a commitment you are willing to make, I understand, but I will not compromise. Then truly nothing can stop us.
Hell yeah.
We will be a force to be reckoned with. You have brought a joy to my life that I could not have imagined, and could never have expected. With you at my side, love, I look forward to everything
I've
that
upgraded to
comes next.
love. Considers you an ally.
The lodge feels a little colder than it used to. I am incredibly grateful that the great... Then I shall be sure to...
Okay, what's the...
I know that tone. Very well. What is it? Thank you, dearest. You are...
Riz.
not so
Maximum
bad.
Riz. Hey, what the fuck? We're dating. I can't.
The lodge feels a little...
Yeah, it does. Yeah. A romancer. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious to see what he says.
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist
I have a
at long
name.
last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard? Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started, and if you've got any questions,
Oh, okay. So I can be a ranger and I can join them. Okay.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
What do we got here?
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The exodus from Earth meant more than just the beginnings of the United Colonies. But still, a tremendous undertaking.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
Of course, this has nothing positive to say about House Varun. I should expect no less from the United Colonies.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Janan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
I expected her to make a comment.
The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
Interesting.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Huh, can't expect her to say more.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC Xeno-weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped, the Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
I suspect many in the Freestar Collective would take issue with the way the colony war is represented here.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war. In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history.
No animal can be this ugly in real life.
Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable.
But that can't be true.
Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day. After the devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestock Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
After everything, it is almost impossible to believe that the armistice happened.
Yeah, true.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be. No one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Huh. No, I guess go point. Cool.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber.
You could not pay me enough to get in one of those things.
This is the Mark 18 flight simulation chamber, applicant. Currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Okay.
New targets active. All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2. New targets active. All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
Can't get a lock on this guy. Wow. The whole game just... What the fuck, dude?
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
Let's just see how well I do.
Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
I did pretty good. They kind of AI kind of fucked me.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment.
Alright, Captain. I was really just doing it to see if I could do Rangers and them. Like, you know, is there any conflict of factions? I wouldn't think so, but it'd be like, you can't be...
If you don't have official business, we ask you to make...
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did? Then let's get to them. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation and thoroughness. To trace the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4, not too shabby. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that waiver's some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away.
If I had any reservations about flying with you, they are now gone. Well done.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Pretty standard for combat assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to join the cause.
10 years can be a long time. You must be certain it is something you actually care about.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to... So, you want to make this a fit? Fantastic.
Oh, we have to get out here and do a whole... From when we first started the game, I remember. Oh, do I have to be the other way?
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise... The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard? Then let me be the first to officially... Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission.
Hell yeah.
What I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you? That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. Oh, and your advance.
Hell yeah.
You're all out there.
I'm here for you, should you need me. Credit for your thoughts, as they say. I am happier than I can. Then I shall...
Where at? Oh. It's very nice of you. Can't believe the... I wonder if I can get to any of the other vendors. Might as well. I'm gonna be glitched down here. Where's that shop? I don't think I can see her. I think the vendor behind, though, does.
Hey! Hey, you! I need to talk to you. You're the one that was on Vectera, right?
Yeah.
You flew in on the, I knew it! Tommy Bitlow, SSNN Research. It's true, right? You saw some... This is great. Great! My boss, there's credits in it for... And easy money, too. Just go to the SSN. Keep it up, Tommy. You're...
Okay.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Read any good books lately?
Nope. Let's see. Hell yeah, drugs. Can't do anything there. Can't do anything there.
stock versions are never quite what you want, are they?
Receiver mods, huh?